Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be making panes con pollo, which are Salvadoran chicken sandwiches. They are traditionally eaten with on a bolillo, which we have a little trouble finding where I live, good bolillos, so I did try to make some. They didn't turn out so great, so someday when I get a good recipe for those, I will post a recipe for those as well. So we are going to make a cabbage salad with these ingredients over here and then the chicken also. To start, we're going to start with the cabbage salad. We are going to finely chop the cabbage and blanch it with boiling water. And then we need a whole onion, a whole carrot, and then we're going to use salt, pepper, mayo, and mustard to taste. I'll kind of show you as I'm doing it when we get to that point. The lime we are going to use I'm going to finely chop the onion and then put it covered in lime juice for a little bit before we add it to the cabbage. And then for the chicken, I just get a whole chicken, a half an onion, or this onion's really small, so I'm just going to use a whole onion, just a quarter to half of a green pepper, a piece of celery, and then usually you'd use fresh cilantro, just like a bunch of fresh cilantro, but I forgot to buy cilantro, so I'm just going to try some of that dried cilantro in there because we're just going to boil it. So hopefully it won't make a huge difference to just have the dry in there. So I'm boiling water right now for the blanching the cabbage, and I'm going to get the cabbage cut up and we'll go from there. Now I have finely chopped the cabbage, as finely chopped as I can get it. If you can get it even more finely chopped, that's better. I'm just not the best at it, so I did my best. And then for the carrot, I peel it and then I use the peeler to cut the carrot that we're going to use. And then I finely chopped the onion as well, just sliced. I don't chop it all the way. Just leave it in slices. And now my water's boiling, so I'm going to pour boiling water over the cabbage and leave it for 15 minutes. I'll drain the cabbage, and while the cabbage is draining, I am going to cut the lime and squeeze the juice over the onion. Okay, I poured the water over the cabbage. Just going to push it all down underneath so that it's all in the boiling water, and then we'll let it sit for 15 minutes. While I'm waiting for my cabbage to finish blanching, I did cut up the veggies that we're going to cook the chicken with. So that is 1 celery stalk, a small onion or half a large onion, and just a quarter to a half of a green pepper. And you don't have to cut them super finely, or I mean really you probably wouldn't even need to cut them up much anyways, because we are going to blend them afterwards in the juice, so it's just to give flavor while we're cooking the chicken. And then I'm going to use my citrus squeezer to squeeze the lime juice over the onion for the cabbage, and we'll let that sit 15 minutes also. Another thing just to remember, if you don't use whole chickens often, depending on how they're sold, some of them have gizzards or a gravy packet or something in the cavity of the chicken. So just double check that and make sure there's nothing in there that you don't want in the center before you cook it. So the cabbage is almost done. We're going to strain it and just make sure it drains really well. And then to cook the chicken, I'm going to add 1 cup of water, which maybe we'll just add that right now while we have a minute. So you'll add 1 cup of water into the pot, and then, sorry, technical difficulties. I pushed some button on my phone and it stopped recording. So we added the 1 cup of water to the pot, and then I put in the veggies, the celery, onion, and green pepper, and then I just put in some of the dried cilantro leaves. I just tossed in maybe like a teaspoon maybe a little more, just to see. And then I'll just stir that up, and then we are going to put the chicken on top of it and cook it that way. So I will show you that once we get to it. We'll strain the cabbage for now and go from there. Sorry, I forgot an important ingredient, garlic. There is 2 cloves of garlic, or I just do 2 like tiny little scoops, eyeball what I think a clove of garlic is, from this minced garlic, or 2 cloves of garlic. That also goes in with the veggies for the chicken. So I put in, again, 1 cup of water, the celery, garlic, onion, green pepper, and now, and the cilantro, dried cilantro. And now I put the chicken on top, and we are gonna cover it and put it on high heat for now. And then we'll lower it once it starts simmering, but it's just gonna cook like that. We'll come and check on it every once in a while. I have it breast side down. I don't know if that really matters, but I feel like that's the thickest part, so I put that closest to the heat. And then I have my onions soaking in the lime juice. I used that whole lime. It was a huge lime, but I still use the whole thing. So, and then those will soak for 15 minutes, and the cabbage is straining, so we'll wait for that. Put all that together for the cabbage slaw while we wait for the chicken to cook. The cabbage has cooled a little bit, so I added the carrots in and just mixed, and then I took the onions out of the juice, so I didn't really strain them, I just pull them out of the lime juice, and then added some pepper. I'm going to stir it up a little bit more. You can add more pepper. I mean, I just sprinkled it around the top, and then I'll see, I might add a little bit more. It is something, put a little bit more pepper in, so I'm just going to start with this, and we can always add more later, or if you don't like pepper, you can leave it out too. So we'll just do a little more stirring, and then I'm going to let it cool a little bit more before I add the mayo and mustard, and then we can check on our chicken here. It started boiling down at the bottom there, so I did turn the heat down a little bit. It's on medium right now. I'll probably turn it actually a little bit lower, and we'll just wait while it's cooking. Now that the cabbage is cooled a little bit, I'm going to start adding mayo and mustard. I'll do a couple scoops of mayo, a little bit of mustard, and just mix and keep going like that until it tastes good. I don't want to put too much in at once, because you can always add more, but you can't take any away. So we'll start that way. So I ended up adding about a half cup, 3/4 cup of mayo, and probably 3 tablespoons or so of mustard, but just add little by little. I also put a little salt in there, maybe a half a teaspoon of salt. Just add little by little and taste it to see what you like, because people like different amounts of mustard especially, so just kind of add little by little to see how you like it. The chicken is done now. It probably cooked for an hour maybe. Sorry, I didn't time it. But I just flipped it over and checked, well, I checked the top and the breast and made sure everything was all cooked through. So now we're going to take it out and we're going to let the juice inside cool. We're going to make a sauce with the juice and veggies that are left inside. Once they cool, we're just going to blend them. And that is the sauce that goes on the sandwiches. Now that the chicken has cooled and the juice and veggies from the chicken have cooled also, I put them in a blender. It's the water, juice, and all the veggies from the chicken that are in there that were underneath the chicken. I'm going to blend that, and then I will take the meat off the chicken, or the meat off the bones, and then we'll be ready to assemble the sandwiches. Now we have everything ready we'll start with the bolillo and put chicken on top, and then some of the sauce. This is the sauce we made by blending everything together, and then the cabbage on top. It's traditionally eaten with a lot of other veggies. You can put radishes on top. Some people put cauliflower in their cabbage salad, just a whole bunch of different things. There's so many different ways to do it. Every family, I think, has a little bit different recipe. Ours is pretty basic. If you can find berro, which is, I believe, watercress, like the greens, that's commonly eaten on the sandwiches as well. So I'll assemble one and then show you the finished product. There's the assembled sandwich, and my ugly little bolillos there, but hopefully it still tastes good, and I hope you enjoy this recipe.